Testimony from another child today alleging sexual abuse by the same man accused of killing 13-year-old Naziah Harris. And we're learning of new DNA analysis that could determine whether Jarvis Butts goes on trial for murder.
Co-worker of Butts testified that Butts and Naziah Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening Naziah Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw Naziah was weeks before.
On January 9th, 2024, the quiet streets of Detroit, Michigan were rocked by the disappearance of a 13-year-old girl named Naziah Harris. Known for her vibrant personality and love of learning, Naziah never returned home after stepping off her school bus that day. As night fell, a disturbing mystery began to unfold, one that would reveal a disturbing web of betrayal, exploitation, and unanswered questions. What started as a missing persons report soon spiraled into an investigation filled with shocking discoveries. Who could have imagined that someone so close to her family might hold the answers? And nearly a year later, the question still lingers. What really happened to Naziah Harris? Naziah wasn't just another face in the crowd. She was a bright young girl with a promising future ahead. But beneath the surface of her everyday life lay a series of events that no one could have anticipated. Naziah Harris, a J.E. Clark Preparatory Academy student, was a 13-year-old girl who lived in Detroit, Michigan, surrounded by what appeared to be the stability of a family. She resided with her grandmother, Annette Harris, and her aunt, Shannon Harris, who was raising 5 children of her own. Naziah's biological mother was absent from her life, with no significant contact or relationship to speak of. It was her grandmother who officially adopted her in 2016, stepping into the role of a parental figure. From the outside, the arrangement seemed like a caring environment, but cracks beneath the surface would later reveal a troubling lack of protection and oversight. Naziah's family was a complex and precarious one. Though present, Annette seemed to struggle with fully monitoring her granddaughter's life. On the other hand, while balancing the responsibilities of 5 children, Shannon often relied on the extensive family network for support. Yet, within this close kinship, a dark figure was lingering in their lives: Jarvis, the father of Shannon's 5 children. 41-year-old Jarvis Ramon Butts was a mechanic who co-owned an auto body shop with a business partner known as Cordell Wright, also called King. Jarvis was no stranger to the family, but his role in their lives was questionable. As a father to multiple children from different women, Jarvis's reputation was one of charm and convenience. He appeared to be a dedicated father, often seen engaging with his children and maintaining his livelihood through his shop. Yet his closeness to Naziah and other young girls in the family raised uncomfortable questions that only became clear after her disappearance. At some point, Naziah's relationship with Jarvis became a serious point of concern. He was known to spend time with the children at his shop, often asking for their help with cleaning or small tasks. While this might have seemed innocent on the surface, there were other motives behind. Despite being caregivers, Shannon and Annette either missed or ignored warning signs about the nature of Jarvis's relationship with Naziah. By January 2024, Naziah's life seemed to take a disturbing turn. Those who were supposed to protect her failed to notice the signs of distress. Shannon, who lived in the same house, did not question the sudden shifts in Naziah's behavior or her interactions with Jarvis. What was clear, however, was Naziah's longing for love and stability. As a child without a consistent parental figure, she sought validation and connection wherever she could find it. This need, tragically, made her susceptible to the manipulation that, unknown to everyone, has started long before January 9, 2024. With his presence in the family and his control over the environment she often found herself in, Jarvis would exploit the young girl's vulnerability to the last point. January 9, 2024 began like any other day for 12-year-old Naziah Harris. She attended school and got off the bus at her usual stop in Detroit Street around 2:54 p.m. But instead of heading home to her grandmother's house, Naziah made a fateful decision. She turned toward the auto shop at Harbor, co-owned by Jarvis Butts, the man who had become a regular figure in her life.
It is January 9th, 2024, 2:54 p.m.
That marked the last time anyone saw her alive. Witnesses later reported seeing a girl matching Naziah's description near the shop. Jarvis himself admitted she had been there briefly, but insisted she left soon after. However, the timeline of events quickly became murky. Jarvis claimed he and his business partner, Cordell King Wright, had gone to a nearby auto store and encountered Naziah on their way back. According to him, she got into their truck, exchanged pleasantries, and was dropped off. But the details of his story didn't add up. One witness, Jarvis's sister, visited the shop that same day to have her car checked. She later recalled seeing a young girl in a colorful jacket getting in and out of Jarvis's truck multiple times, even walking to a nearby gas station. At the time, she thought nothing of it, assuming the girl was somehow connected to Jarvis or his partner. She didn't realize the significance of what she was seeing until weeks later, when Naziah's disappearance became public knowledge.
About 4 p.m., give or take a few minutes. So I was sitting outside of the shop in my car because they were working on another car on the inside. As I sat there for the time that I was there, I kept seeing a little girl get in and out of his truck, going to the gas station and going back to his car.
Do you get a look at this little girl that you see getting in and out of his car?
I saw her as she was walking. I never saw her face. I just remember her having on a colorful jacket.
Did you know who this little girl was at the time?
No.
And did you ever ask Jarvis who the little girl was?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He told me, and I can't remember if it was this exact word, or he said it's my partner's niece, or he said it was King's niece.
Okay, but you knew who he was referring to?
Yes.
Okay. Did you think anything of it at the time?
No.
Okay, and what is it that made you think something different?
I received a phone call, a video call from one of his kids' mom. She told me about some things that happened on Valentine's Day, and then she sent me a video of a podcast about my brother.
But what exactly happened remains a mystery. Why did Naziah go to the shop? Did she trust Jarvis, or was she coerced? And most importantly, where did she go after that? As the evidence mounted, the picture grew darker. All signs pointed to Jarvis as the last person to see Naziah. After Naziah Harris went missing, the investigation quickly turned toward Jarvis Butts. He was the last person confirmed to have seen her, and his behavior raised more questions than answers. At first, Jarvis told investigators that Naziah had briefly visited his auto shop on January 9, 2024, but left soon after. However, as detectives dug deeper, his story started to fall apart. The first major clue came from Jarvis's phone records. These showed he had traveled to an isolated area near the Rouge River that same day. This discovery led police to search the area thoroughly, both on foot and with cadaver dogs. They found several items of interest, including a pink jumpsuit, a hoodie with headphones, and a pair of red, black, and white gym shoes. Police spokespersons confirmed in court.
Jumpsuit, like bodysuit style, and then a black hoodie that had a pair of white headphones in one of the pockets, some gloves, a towel, and a pair of red, black, and white gym shoes. That is one of the black, red, and white gym shoes that we collected from the wooded area. That is the black jacket that was collected. It is towards the front of the photograph, kind of behind that tree branch. So yes, that is the paper and the pair of headphones that was recovered from that pocket. So that's going to be the hood of that hooded jacket. We noted that there are several holes in the jacket of unknown origin. That is the pink jumpsuit that we recovered.
So how close was the Rouge River, I guess, to the area that you were searching?
So there was a large parking lot just off of the west side of Berg, and then there was an embankment leading down to the river. I would say less than 500 feet.
Although none of these items definitively proved what had happened to Naziah, they suggested something sinister had occurred. Another critical piece of evidence was found in a car Jarvis had borrowed. Inside the car, police discovered a pair of glasses matching the description of the ones Naziah wore. When questioned, Jarvis claimed the glasses were his, but the connection to Naziah was undeniable. But the question remained. Why would a 12-year-old girl's glasses end up in his possession? He even lied to the court about the last time he saw Naziah.
He stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of December or early January sometime at the grandmother's house getting her hair done.
Okay. And did he say anything about knowing where Naziah's bus stop was?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say about that?
He said that her bus stop was at a 3-mile drive in Cornwall.
The most damning evidence, however, came from the text messages retrieved from Jarvis's phone. These messages revealed a deeply inappropriate relationship between him and Naziah, suggesting that he had been sexually assaulting the 13-year-old since 2022, and the girl in question had taken in for him.
27/2022, 1:54 a.m. She sent a message, "Where are we doing it at your choice?" A message is replied to Jarvis, it says basement. The message is sent to Naziah from Mr. Butt's phone, saying, "Can you suck my d please? And make sure you erase the messages. Go change your clothes and take your panties off. Are we doing it tonight? I'm ready, fresh out the shower. You coming over? Don't have school." Asking, "You coming?" She receives a message from Jarvis that says, "Stop messing with people and just be mine. I'm finna go to lunch, love you. I can't stop thinking about you either." She sends a message to Jarvis, "Hey, you may think I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. My phone broke. Are you mad at me? Please don't be mad. Can you tell me why you mad at me, yes or no?" He replies to her saying, "I haven't seen or talked to you." He had sent to her, "I'm at your house." She says, "Damn, we was just there. You bet not be in my room." He sends her a message that says, "I stole your panties. Didn't I make you come faster than ever?" Jarvis, "I'm sorry for making you mad, but do you ever think how I feel knowing that I can't have you to myself? But you have me to yourself, and no, I'm not seeing anybody else, I swear. Then you going to hit it from the back again? Send me some pictures, please. I want some pussy." And the name on here that she has this number saved is Bae for life, BAE, the number 4, and then life. "Are you naked yet? Come on, Bae, I'm sorry, just not in the mood right now, I'm sorry. I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear. I know you're having a rough day, but I swear I'm not lying. Why won't you believe anything I tell you? I'm not like other girls, there is no need for me to lie to you. The meaning is, you're mine and mine only, and all you're mine and will stay mine. Go take them panties off." He sends a message to her that says, "I'm trying to can I get my dick sucked today? I just want your body on mine. We doing something or what?"
Investigators also noticed that the texts stopped abruptly on January 9th, the same day Naziah disappeared. For detectives, this silence was a clear sign that something terrible had happened.
It says that the cause of death remains unknown, which, Judge, obviously Ms. Quick is getting to one of the main issues in this case and one of the big questions in this case that I anticipate is going to be a defense argument.
We all know that that's one of the big issues here in this case. So I will admit it with your objection of it.
Prosecutors stated that Butts was meant to surrender to law enforcement on a firearms charge on January 9th, 2024, the same day Harris disappeared. But that date was delayed until February. Harris supposedly met with Butts that day, and the two are said to have traveled to Ypsilanti before heading back to Detroit, where Butts registered at a motel. Text accounts suggest that Butts was aware of Harris's pregnancy and that he started looking online for information about abortions, abortion medications, and consuming red antifreeze. They stated that he had a pattern of approaching and befriending women to gain proximity and sexually assault their daughters.
Everything is in my phone. Y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it, go through it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why would she say that.
This isn't the sole sexual abuse case that Butts is associated with. He has also been accused of allegedly sexually abusing 2 additional young girls and has a conviction for sexual assault from 2005. Prosecutors referred to Butts as a serial child rapist, alleging that he sexually abused an 8-year-old relative and a girlfriend's 4-year-old daughter, who allegedly contracted chlamydia from the attack. On Thursday, January 9, 2025, Judge Aaliyah Sabri transferred the case to the Third Circuit Court for trial. Prosecutors contended that sufficient evidence existed due to an earlier testimony from one of Butts' associates, cell tower tracking information, testimony from an individual who reported seeing Butts and Naziah together the night she went missing, and multiple items belonging to Naziah found in locations that investigators linked to Butts in the days after her disappearance to establish that Butts killed Naziah.
On our way back from AutoZone, I believe we forgot something, so we ended up turning back around, going back to AutoZone, grabbed whatever we forgot, came back, and on our way back, we was coming down Harbor. Jarvis said, "I see my niece right there. She walking." We pulled into Angel's liquor store. I still didn't see her. He pointed across my face, said she right there. She was coming across the street at that time. She got in the truck with us. She spoke, "Hi King, hi Jay," and we proceeded back to the shop.
8 individuals, including Naziah's grandmother and her aunt, also provided testimony. Naziah's aunt, Shannon Harris, stated that she had no concerns beyond a typical uncle-niece relationship involving Butts and Naziah. Meanwhile, Jarvis Butt himself has refused to reveal the details concerning everything that transpired that fateful.
It's going to continue tomorrow. What's happening here is that there's no body to point to. Naziah Harris's remains have never been found, so prosecutors are taking their time to link every dot they can to this defendant.
However, with all the pieces of evidence stacked against him, police arrested Jarvis Butts and charged him with first-degree murder, despite the fact that Naziah's body had not been found. The prosecution argued that the circumstantial evidence, combined with Jarvis's inconsistent statements, was enough to hold him accountable.